Welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We back in the house. Wanted to give y'all this last OTA video, the last public OTA session that the media was allowed to go to. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break some of that down. And then I got something else I want to talk to y'all about at the end of the video that you're going to want to see. All right. But let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay. Tua threw an interception. He threw a pick six. All right. We know this. Tua threw a pick six. It was a bad throw straight to Duke Riley, and he took it back 60 yards for a touchdown. Pass was intended for Hunter Long. Might as well have been intended for Duke Riley because it went straight to him. All right, now, these things happen. That was his first pick of the public OTAs that everybody has seen. All right, so, and that's the thing. All right, because I got to say this. What we have seen publicly is not everything that's going on. Tua could be playing a heck of a lot worse than what they've seen, or he could be playing just the same as what they've seen, or way better than what they see, okay? We don't know. We don't know, especially when with Xavier Howard saying he's bombing at every practice, right? Tua's bombing at every practice. We don't know if he's out there throwing deep touchdowns on the practices that nobody sees and nobody gets to see, nobody gets to write about, versus the ones that they get to see. We don't know how the offense is doing. Now, we can assume how the offensive defense is doing based on the orange jerseys going out. You know, we can assume that the defense has an upper hand because they've had like 7 to the offense's 3 players of the days. Okay, so, and I don't know the exact number, but it's by a wide margin. The defense is leading for sure. So we can assume that the defense probably had a better day or a better day the previous day based on, you know, who has the jersey on, or the offense had a better day the previous day based on who had the jersey on. Or it could be individualistic because the offense didn't have a great day, but Tyreek Hill had a great day, so he had on the orange jersey yesterday. So we don't know. All right, we don't know what it is really. Truthfully, we can assume all we want, but we only know that Tua has thrown 1 pick in the sessions that have been made public. We don't know if he's thrown any other pick sixes or 5 pick practices. We don't know. We don't know. We have no 5 touchdown practice. We don't have no idea. All right. So we can take everything really with a grain of salt because they've only gotten to see a portion of all of the practices. We don't know what the offense or the defense is yet. We have no idea. Training camp will tell us a heck of a lot more because you can string together consecutive days. That lets you know exactly what's going on because you're able to average it out a lot better than what you are when you're seeing 1 practice a week. Okay? That doesn't give you enough. It really doesn't give you enough because you could just catch all the bad days by luck. Like, you really can. Or all the good days by luck. You really can. All right? So, I wanted to put that out there. But he did have a pick 6. Yes, you know, he threw a pick 6. All right? And that's all it is. I'm saying it like that because I want everybody to know that these things are going to happen. 1, 2, it's not a big deal. All right? I like it more that Duke Riley was able to make a play for the defense because we're going to need that. We need to know he can catch the pick that comes his way and that he has some athleticism to take it back to the house. All right? I want to see that. Yes, you would rather it come from Teddy Bridgewater or the third-string quarterback. Yes, you would rather see that. But Tua's going to throw picks. You'd rather him not throw a pick 6, for example, but he's going to throw picks. It's going to happen. All right? It's inevitable. He's going to throw picks. We just don't want to see 6 or 7 picks in a practice like he did last year for minicamp. Okay? We don't want to see that. We didn't hear anything about that. Obviously, we didn't watch practices where he threw that many picks because he hadn't thrown any picks. This was his first one in the practices that they've shown that he's thrown a pick that was, well, he's thrown other picks. They weren't caught. All right? This is the first one that was actually caught, and this will happen to be a pick 6 back to the house. Of course, on the last practice we get to see or hear about or read about, that's the one that Tua throws the pick in, right? It's fitting. Anyway, he also had, aside from the pick six, a beautiful deep ball to a wide open Cody Core, all right, who I have no idea who he is, but must be a wide receiver. But they are saying that being that he was so wide open by about 30 yards and nobody was around him, that there had to be an issue. And sure enough, apparently Raekwon Davis was offsides, so they killed the play. But Tua and Cody Core did not care, threw the ball up for a touchdown. It is what it is. I will say this. I'm not going to take anything away from that throw. I'm not. Because I remember distinctly last year against the Ravens, I was at the game where Eric Rose in the end zone. He heard a whistle. We heard a whistle. He goes to looking around. The tight end catches it for a touchdown because he stopped. All right? You can't stop. You can't stop. It don't matter what you hear or what you've seen. Keep the play going on defense because you don't know what can happen. In a real game, they might not blow the play dead on the offsides. They might not. They do it all the time where they don't blow the play dead on the offsides. And sometimes they blow it dead. Sometimes they don't. And you have not wide receivers. You have quarterbacks angry. Tua was angry a few times last year where they blew it dead because they thought he was unevaded to the quarterback, and they just blew it dead and didn't give him a chance at a free play. So you got to throw those up. So I like that it was thrown up. It was complete for a touchdown. I'm with it. Also had a real nice pass to Waddle in the seams, if I'm not mistaken. He gunned it in there. Had a real nice pass up the sideline on a wheel route to Savon Ahmed, who had a lot of those same plays in training camp last year, if y'all remember. A lot of those plays. But didn't have any of them come the regular season. All right, so I don't know if that's our defense having trouble with the wheel route, or if it's, I don't know. But he completed a lot of those balls to Savon, and in the regular season, we ain't see it. So I don't know what to make of that. All right, let's see if it'll be better this time around. But Savon definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to the wheel route, and Tua knows what he's doing with getting that ball, because you have to have great touch to throw a wheel route right over the linebacker into the bucket or between a corner and a safety, depending on what kind of zone play it is, whatever. Those plays, they're tough. You want to see stuff like that. He went up the sideline for a potential 50-yard touchdown. Nothing was concrete on that. Then you had River Craft, who was crafty. All right, crafty. There you go. All right, he was crafty in getting open in the middle. Okay, so that's one of the things that he was really doing well. All right, so that's the type of thing you want to see. Then you had Teddy Bridgewater hit Cody Core, and you had Tyndall making some plays on defense. You had Phillips making a sack. You had other guys getting involved, okay? There were a few other guys that had would-be sacks as well. The one that Teddy Bridgewater threw deep to Cody Core, apparently Raekwon Davis had got to him before, but he rolled out through it anyway. Once again, some people will call these sacks, would-be sacks. And that's the problem I do have. I'll say this. Some, not all, some of the would-be sacks won't necessarily be would-be sacks, because they'll be like, oh, this play is a would-be sack. In training camp last year, right? They were, oh, this play was a would-be sack. Then you'll look at the play, and then you'll see the quarterback being rushed by a defensive end, and because the defensive end was in the proximity of the throw, they'll say would-be sack, when in the actual NFL, you might get some of these throws off. All right, just because the guy is close doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get a sack, because quarterbacks are good at evading the rush. So just because he's running for his life and the guy's right there doesn't mean he would have sacked him, for an example. He might have still gotten the ball off. So some of the would-be sacks you can take for a grain of salt, because some quarterbacks are just good at getting the ball out before they get hit. All right, so they can call it a would-be sack. I'll call it a completion, because it's one of the ones that he was able to throw. Anyway, no matter what, if he didn't have any pressure, you want to see the throw accurately made. It was accurately made. Good throw by Teddy Bridgewater. And then that's pretty much it. All right, that was pretty much it. There were a lot of starters that didn't play. You like what you'll like what you saw from Duke. You'll like some of the things you saw from Kraft, from Cody Core. Like what we saw from Tyndall a little bit, and definitely like what I'm seeing from Jalen Phillips through camp. The man's an absolute beast. If there's a clip, there is a clip that Omar put out on Twitter of the man completely destroying the sled. He picked the sled up and threw the sled. Now, these sleds ain't light, I'm pretty sure. All right, because I've seen them yank them sleds up and them sleds come right back into place. He made the sled tip over based on his strength. All right, the man's an absolute beast. He's a beast. Glad he's on our squad, even though I wanted Rosano. Glad he's on our squad. Can't wait to see what he does for the season coming up. Now we're just waiting for training camp at this point. We're not going to hear any more news about OTAs unless somebody gets injured, God forbid. All right. But we'll see what happens come the first, second week of training camp. Your boy will be there, all right, for some of the open practices against Tampa if they will allow us to come. And I'll definitely be there at the Tampa game, okay? I won't be able to live stream, of course, during the practice, but I'm going to try my best to do some type of audio. All right, I'm going to try and work in some audio and do a play-by-play audibly, okay? We might try to do something like that, just to let y'all know. Yeah, they're not going to watch my video, so just to let y'all know, I'm going to try to do something like that. I don't know how I'm going to get it done yet, but I'm going to try to do some audio play-by-play because I know I can't do video. But I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. All right? Fins up till we die. I will see y'all later on.